Hey kids, Gjenrei back with more Let's Play Shining Force! Last time we ran away, and now we're gonna go back there and deal with those enemies. All you have to do is walk over here and walk back into this area here, and the battle starts immediately. Alright, now we have Hans. Hans, as Johnny said, you can always trust a man named Hans. Hans is an archer, so you generally want to keep him away from everybody. That knight is gonna run back first. Tao is your magician there. Range on magic is actually quite limited. It's only 2 squares. So, like... and only 1 on a diagonal, which kind of sucks. The same with most healing magic. But, we have Gong now. Gong is a monk, which means he has, you know, his fist capabilities. He also has a limited amount of might magic. Luke is a straight-up beatstick fighter guy. You know, the swordsman, I'm also a beatstick fighter guy, and then we have Ken as a knight who, because he's half horse, you know, he's a centaur, he has a lot more maneuverability than most of the other characters. And yeah, that's general of the class listing here. Now, so we're going to attack first. We're going to use Tao. She's going to cast Blaze, the fire spell of the game. And you go into this little animation here, the battle animation, where it's going to do that. And a deadly attack means that it was a critical hit. And you get 26 experience points, and like Final Fantasy Tactics, if you gain 100 experience points, you gain a level. So yeah, that's pretty good. Here we're gonna have Gong, we're gonna have him finish this guy off. Yeah! Only 2. Wow. Goblin is defeated. And after killing an enemy, you get coins. The great thing about this game, unlike most other strategy RPGs, is, well, not most of them actually. Actually, a lot of them don't have a game over, really, but this game doesn't have a game over. If you lose this fight, you know, as with the death of the hero, or the annihilation of all your forces, or even retreating, you go back to town, the last place you saved, and you have to essentially restart the battle over. You keep all the experience you get, but most of the money you get is going to go towards, like, resurrecting your characters. Each character that dies costs 10 gold per level of the character to resurrect. So, we're actually going to get attacked. Goblin's going to attack Ken. No, not Ken. So, yeah, this is basically how it goes. It's very, very simplistic. You know, you basically gang beat an enemy until it's dead. Because generally, enemies are going to have more HP than you are, and you're not going to want to do too many single solo fights. Put low in a bad position there, I guess. Gong. Generally, the first level heal spell will heal about 15 HP or so, so you want to kind of gauge how much the enemies are doing versus how much HP you have left to understand if you can, you know, finish an enemy off, or you want to heal instead. But yeah, at the beginning of the game, your mages are going to be doing a ton of damage, because they can do 6 to 7 to anything, and your melee fighters have a sort of range of, you know, if I have like 7 damage there, like I have to heal that or I'm screwed. Let's get you down there so you're technically in the way. They can't walk around you. Movement in this game isn't as restricted as you think it would be, but it's not exactly that fantastic. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could have, you know, killed all but one of these enemies and then retreated, then got Gong, and then just redid the battle with, you know, the boost of fighting. Because obviously your healers aren't going to kill pretty much anybody, so, you know, he's only going to gain 10, 11 experience points per action. And then after that, it's like, okay, he's falling behind on levels there. But yeah, it's a fairly simple game most times. There isn't too many gimmicky battles, and not too many enemies that are so difficult you have to concern yourself. As long as you're not getting, you know, beaten on and not healing, then you should be fine. Uh-oh, this could be terrible. Okay, I should, unless I get critical by the dwarf. Or I could just put him in the way, okay. Now, the thing about Ken is why he's got a range of 2 is because he's using a spear. Knights, or their advanced classes, have a range, or have their weapon type, the spear, it has 2 types. It has the spear type and the lance type. If you're using the lance type, your range is 1 like everybody else, and if you're using the spear type, your range is 2, which makes them a lot more effective. Sometimes when in certain battles, there's a level up. Hans increases to level 2, he gains an extra speed, and 1 extra maximum hit point, and that's it. I mean, he's not really any more effective now than he was, 2 minutes ago. And by having Hans kill that, I think I might have put myself in danger. I'm not sure. It all depends. Turn order in this game is essentially random. There's no like way you can see who's gonna go when. And I don't really think it's even it's not even really based on speed, because you'd think that like I got my mage at level 2, and she just got 4 extra MP, which is pretty good. I mean, that's 2 extra spells there. Put a U in the way there. Below. So, yeah, this doesn't need to be based on speed, because you think that like faster characters would go more often, and they don't seem to. It seems to be entirely random. Like, you trade off where you go, and then the enemy goes, and then you go, and then the enemy goes, and it just keeps going back and forth like that until, everybody's gone at least once, and then it starts over, and it could be, I don't understand the mechanics. I'm sure there's a guide on GameFAQs or somewhere that lists out what you can do. I'm not going to be using that guide. I'm going to, again, like my last strategy RPG, I'm not going to be doing this game blind, but I'm going to be doing it off the basis of my memory, which doesn't extend to the end of the game because I've never beaten it. So, wait, no. Alright, well, you're gonna heal Ken, so I wanted to attack it. But my memories of this game do not extend to the end. I've never beaten it, even, playing it as I am now. So eventually there's going to come to a part where it's going to be a blind run. But up until, probably about halfway through the game, I'll be able to at least give you some kind of heads up of what to expect. But this battle is really nothing. It's just, you have your standard enemies here, goblins and dark dwarves, and there's one boss up there. I always get the critical when it's about to die. It's kind of like Pokemon. 4 coins. Okay, I'm still level 1. Okay. Can she get there? Yes, she can. She has no MP. Back up. You can basically, at any time, back out of something by hitting the B button. I don't think anybody needs healing, so he's just going to sit here and do nothing. Hans is going to run forward. Hans, like he asked to not be put in the front, is very, very, pathetically weak as a defender, but as an attacker, he's exceptionally good. So you're going to be abusing him for quite some time. Also, you need to remember if your knights have spears or lances, so they can position themselves to still attack and leave a space open next to the enemy for your other attackers to get in there. Like that. You don't want to block yourself from being able to make an attack with one of your melee fighters because the guy with the spear hit. And that's this battle, yeah. The boss is the Rune Knight. I don't think he has to... Yeah, Luke is going to gain a lot of defense and HP. Well, not a lot of HP. He's going to gain a lot of defense. He's going to be, pretty much... Wait, what? Huh? They're attacking home? We have to go back home. Let's go. What's going to happen when I get back home? Is he even being truthful? Find out next time on Let's Play Shining Force. Until then, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this LP, even though it's kind of, it's going to, like, this battle only took 9.5 minutes, but eventually it's going to get to the time where they're going to start being Bahamut Lagoon length, but we'll get to that when we get there. So until then, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, everybody, and have a good night.